Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning way too early, sleeping downstairs in my cousin's basement, and at like 3:30 a.m. I heard dog nails tink 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 across the floor, and it panicked me because I thought it was Bruce and he had to go outside and go poop. I was sleeping, so I wasn't sure where I was at first, and I realized it was their husky, and he came over to basically say hi. So he came over, put a cold nose right in my back. So I gave him a cold pet, so I wanted to go lay down. So he went and laid down. Actually, I think he went back upstairs, but I was thinner stuff, and it's not weird. Not wanting to miss my flight, wanting to get up. My cousin's husband wanted to leave extra early to get there with the roads and stuff and whatnot, and how bad the traffic or the snow drifts and stuff were going to be. So finally got up and got around. It was probably, I don't know, 6 a.m. or so. Got up, drank my chocolate milk, went ahead and got everything ready to go. Got the truck started, took the kids across the street to the neighbor's house because my cousin doesn't get home till probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours after we leave before she'd actually get back to the house. So didn't want the kids there by themselves that whole time. So went ahead and took them across. They got a retired neighbor that I guess one of the boys like built, works on a garden with her and all kinds of cool stuff. And they breed show dogs, like the golden retriever, I think it is. So they'll go take care of the dogs when they're out of town and whatnot, kind of watch over the house for them. So it's kind of a mutual traded, helping each other. So works out well. From there, we headed up to the airport. Roads were kind of sketchy at places, a lot of drifts. There's one of the spots we were passing somebody on the interstate or the highway there. And as we're going to the truck, look up, there's like a giant drift across the road. Right as we were passing another truck, I was like, oh shit. And George's like, oh, and it hits the drift. And luckily we're in a big giant 4x4 Ram dually. So it wasn't too bad, but it was still kind of sketchy on the time. So, but we got there, got to the airport way early needed to be. Finished off my milk, went ahead and gave George some gas money and whatnot. Then we headed in. I sat inside there and drank some of my Mountain Dew, so I could get through security anyway. But luckily, because I had my Yeti cup in the back of the truck, I had Mountain Dew frozen in there, and it was still basically froze solid because it was super cold outside on the drive in. So I was able to get through security. Let my soda go through frozen, which worked out fine, and didn't take any of my lighters, which is super sketchy of how poor our security is in our airports and whatnot. But kept all my cigar lighters and that, so it made it through. And since I didn't drink very much Mountain Dew, I did end up buying a $4.27 Mountain Dew at the airport, which was horrendous. But I poured it inside my cup with my ice, so I was like, cool, no big deal there. Had enough ice in it that as I landed in Florida, I had took my last little drink as we was on the ground. Had a little tiny slip of ice left in it, so worked out perfectly there. But waiting around, found my spot, the gate. Asked the lady at the gate if this was the right spot for the thing, and she goes, well, it's saying your ticket. I'm like, well, I'm on my app right now. It doesn't say what gate you're at. She goes, well, you might ask somebody or look on the sign. I'm like, well, I looked at the sign literally a minute ago, and it didn't say what gate, and you're wearing a Frontier shirt, so I'm asking somebody. She goes, well, I don't know. She was the one working the gate. That was the right gate. I'm like, oh, you gotta forgive me. So finally got the plane in. While we're waiting, there was quite a few people around. One young couple had I think they said the kid was like 5, 6 years old, and a 2-year-old girl. And the boy was just loud, man, just all the energy in the world, running like a maniac and yelling and screaming and jumping and just being a demon, lack of a better term. So they kept walking over, and I was playing like one of the video games on my phone. They kept walking over right to the point and staring at my phone that I had to move my phone over so I could see my phone past his head. And I'm like, get your damn kids in check, man, come on. And I looked over, and there's like a Walgreens-sized chunk of the airport. We're waiting there at the terminal at the gate. There's no one around at all. Just take your kids over there and go play over there. There's no one else around, and nobody has to worry about it. At one point, he jumped up on the chair next to his mom and was screaming, hanging out the back of it, to the point the women on the other side, the chair's back up to there, were like leaning forward, just kept like yelling in their ears, just like yelling at his sister and stuff and whatnot. And I'm like, holy hell, man. Thank God they didn't sit near me on the plane. But plane landed. They unloaded the passengers from Florida, got them off the plane, and I'm on a new flight. I wasn't supposed to be on this flight. I was supposed to be on Allegiant that got canceled 4 other couples I was talking to, same thing. They were supposed to be on a later flight, got moved over to this one, and it was really strange because there was like no other flights going out back to Florida until Monday, so it's kind of like the only chance we had. So, but there were still open seats on the plane, which is strange. But they went to the lowest one on the plane. It was time, not getting on. I'm like, what the hell? And they finally came over and made an announcement that some kind of air valve or something, that they pump air into the engine to start the engine. I guess the valve was bad. They had maintenance come check it out, whatever. But wasn't really pleased about that part. But what do you do? And then in the process, trying to get the kid to shut up, the little boy who was being a demon, they were asking what was going on. I said, they go and find that valve. Can't fix it. We're all going to be given straws. And we got to blow into the straw real hard to get enough air pressure to start the engine. So why don't you practice holding your breath? Get real big breaths and hold them. And the mom's like, he's kidding, don't do that. And I'm like, well, your kid shut up for a minute, holding his breath. Why don't we practice that a little bit? But it is what it is. So we finally got on the plane. Everything's good to go. We back away from the runway, the loading ramp, we don't call it, the bridge, and we back up about 5 feet, and then they decide now it's time to spray the plane down, to de-ice it, because it was covered in ice and snow and whatnot. So they work around the plane, spraying it all down. I guess apparently when they're spraying down, they have to shut the engine off, which I thought, we just got the damn thing started, why are we shutting it off again? But in that process, they turn off the air conditioning in the plane, and we're all sitting there, it's getting hot real quick. So we sat out there for about an hour as they de-iced the plane, which I thought, why didn't we de-ice the plane while we were loading the plane and all that kind of crap? But hey, whatever. So they go around, they spray hot water in the plane, then they hit with the de-icing solution on the outside as well. We finally taxi out, and we're, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours late, whatever it was. Kind of late. So, and again, I'm going to Orlando, not Sanford. My truck's in Sanford. So reached out to my wife, let her know, hey, we're finally taxiing, we're moving. Looks like we should be there in about 3.5, 4 hours, or 2.5, 3 hours. And I headed out. At this point, turn your phones off. No idea what, if she's actually making it, how she's doing on time and whatnot. Landed on the ground, finally back in Orlando. The flight went pretty much uneventful. A couple little spots where we had some turbulence and stuff, kind of knocked some stuff around, but not real bad. Get back here, pretty much uneventful at this point. The plane was still pretty hot the whole time, which I am wearing like Iowa winter clothes, which does kind of suck, but it is what it is. So get here, text my wife, tell her I'm on the ground, everything's good. She goes, and she'd be there like 4:16, I think, whatever is what her ETA was. So I'm like, I should make it out in time by then. So grab my stuff, get off the plane, everybody deboards. It's great. I head out in Orlando airport. Does not have really good directions of where the passengers get picked up at, because there's a drop-off side and a pickup side. They're above each other. They're built up like on like a roadway, like a bridge. And I end up at the drop-off side, not the pickup side. So I end up at the spot, which I follow a bunch of other people, and a lot of us also into the same spot, which you have to take a train to even get there and stuff. It's kind of a weird airport. But so I get there, I'm standing all around. I let her know, hey, I'm out here by spot 14 and yada yada, whatever. I'm describing, like, there's a cop car at the end of it, there's this bus and whatnot and stuff, and hearing from her a little bit here and there. And she goes, well, I'm here, I'm coming up close. Tries to find, she goes, I'm at the very end of it. And I'm like, well, I didn't see you, and I can see her maybe missing me, but there's no way I'm gonna miss the car. Like, what the hell? So I find out, nope, I'm at the rainbow side, which again, I'm talking to other people who are like on their phones, hearing them saying they can't find the people, like, we drove, we can't find you. But there's 2 14s. Why not make it spot 1 through 20 on the first ground, and then 21 through 40 on the second fling? So when I go, I'm at 38, she's like, there's no 38. She could drive around. Or when she goes, hey, I'm going to be coming at 14, I went to 14, and that's where she would have been, but it is what it is. So I figured, so you stay right where you're at. So I head down another level, find my way to it, get in the car, and then she wants me to drive, which I have no problem. So we swap places real quick, throw my stuff in the trunk, and we head out, get back on the road. Heading over to Sanford, punching the GPS, and it was like 17 minutes quicker to take toll road. And I'm like, let's take the whole road, I don't care. So got back, got to the airport in Sanford, and where you kind of park into, it's like $2 just to, even for 0 to 20 minutes, it's like $2. I'm like, well, I don't want to pay $2 just to drive over there. So we pulled up another little spot, grabbed the stuff I needed, which was basically my Yeti cup, now it's empty, and my cigar stuff. So I basically head over. Truck starts, which wasn't 100% certain it was going to, because sometimes Rhino doesn't want to start. Get the trucks fired up, and then I drive to a gas station and buy myself soda, and then, which was still like $3. Soda are so damn expensive now at gas stations and stuff. So went in there, bought a soda, and then looking at the GPS. By the time I get home, I had to go out to Daytona to pick up a dog that was supposed to be dropped off today at like noon, but with everything going on, her having to come get me with the flight getting changed and stuff and whatnot, and also good chance the flight was going to be canceled. I didn't want that dog here because it's a much more rambunctious, high energy dog, and I didn't want to have to make my wife and my mother mess with their play schedule because they're a little bit, he gets playing a little rough, and I didn't want the rough play and having them nervous about the rough play. So went ahead and said hell with it, and I had it until 7 p.m. to pick him up at the other daycare that she dropped the dog off because I wasn't able to watch the dog today. So I basically headed straight there, got there at 6:30. GPS took me to like a random house. I'm like, that don't seem right. So I repunched the exact same address back in the GPS. It took me a block and a half away to a business, which is where I need to be. So got the dog, got him in the truck. He was super happy to see me. He's a great dog. He's an awesome dog. And run him back home, get there, introduce the dogs, let them all play and stuff. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having all kinds of fun. And then I separate them out a little bit so I can kind of take off. I get my run in because I still hadn't ran yet. So I went and got my run done. And then from my run, after that, came back in, got myself cleaned up, showered up and that, and then headed outside to enjoy a cigar and play with the dogs and watch the dogs play. And everybody's just getting rambunctious, trying to wear off as much energy as I can so they'll sleep tonight. So it all worked out pretty well. I was heading back in Florida. It was actually hot. Like, it was like 78 or something, and it was just like crazy humidity and stuff. It was awesome. I loved it. It was so nice. My wife came out a little bit, sat outside with me. She actually brought a blanket out, and I'm like, dude, I'm like sweating right now. Like, it's crazy. But I just came back from the run. I also came back from super cold weather, and then a shower and stuff. So I was more likely to be warm at that moment than she would have been. So we watched a little bit of stuff outside, chatted a little bit, talked and stuff, and kind of caught up on what's going on. And then basically she headed in, a cigar got finished, I headed in to bed, and the one dog, he likes to sleep on my chair in the living room, which is cool. And the other two dogs I put in the bedroom with us, and the one, she sleeps in the bed. She's a little bit of a bit hog, not too bad. And the other one, the crazy doodle, that thing is like just insane. So she got yelled at a few times to get off the bed because she can't just lay on the bed and go to sleep. She has to like jump up and down, up and down, up and down. So she gets stuck on the floor. She's not allowed to sleep on the bed because she won't stay in one spot. So, but for the most part, they did pretty good. I guess she did horrible while I wasn't here this week. I've been gone. I guess the dog's been not good. It's been causing them some issues of not getting a lot of sleep, but it kind of is what it is. With me here, a little different energy. Dog listens a little better, and it's all going pretty well. So, but anyway, that is all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.